Margaret, tell us about this beautiful school in the heart of what people view as desolate Detroit with no hope. And here you have a shining example of something that can really be done to set a better future for the city and for these kids.
University Prep Science and Math High School is an exciting new, I guess, welcome neighbor in the Detroit Rivertown area. We are a beacon, we think, of potential for Detroit kids. We're a science and math focused school with a heavy emphasis on engineering. We're also a school that has very high expectations and aspirations. We are 90-90 system. University Prep Science and Math pledges to graduate no fewer than 90% of our students and send no fewer than 90% on to college. And we'll send them on with an average ACT score of 24. Hasn't been done before in the country, so we know we're carving out new territory. We know it will make us and our kids competitive with Troy, Birmingham, Bloomfield Hills, those kinds of school districts, which is what every urban kid needs to achieve at those levels in order to compete. And we are held to those accountability standards by our funder and our authorizer and the state of Michigan. But our funder, who builds our exquisite buildings, will take these buildings away from us if we do not meet those standards. If we graduate 88% of our kids, we're out on the streets looking for a new home. And Mr. Thompson, Bob Thompson, a Plymouth-based road builder, came up with this idea, and he's often known to say to us, well, if you don't make it, that building would make some mighty fine condos. So we know he's serious, but we also know it can be done. We have a sister school system that has graduated no fewer than 90%. In fact, 2 years ago, University Prep Academy graduated 100% of its students. So we know we can send them on to college. We know we can get them through college. It's that 24 ACT that we've really set as the big, hairy, audacious goal, and we believe it's attainable.
What does this say about the preconceptions many people have about inner city youth and their ability to succeed?
Well, there's absolutely nothing wrong with inner city youth. It's the adult-run systems around them that have been so wildly dysfunctional over the last couple of decades. It says that if you are willing to do whatever it takes, which is our motto, whatever it takes, you can break through the barriers. You can break through the mindset that says to young people, college isn't for you. Well, yeah, college is for everybody, and if it isn't, they don't have much of a future. So we're busting through the barriers, and the more we prove it can be done in Detroit and elsewhere, the more, I guess, the big question is, why isn't it being done more prolifically?
But are you cherry-picking the best of the best and stealing them away from the Detroit public school system?
Yeah, isn't that funny? That's what people say, but we have no admissions tests for our kids, no economic tests. There's just a come one, come all, participate in our lottery. And that's the sad part, is that we have only a limited number of seats, and we typically have more students looking for those seats than we have seats available. And we have many students who come to us, sadly, reading at the 3rd or 4th grade level in 6th grade when our first class is available to students. And so we're not cherry picking at all. We're taking Detroit's general admission kids and moving them to what we think is suburban and global competitiveness.
With an unbelievable goal. I mean, it's an unbelievable goal anyways, but if you're taking kids who haven't really learned how to read and write properly, you're coming from, you know, not ground zero, but ground negative something, probably.
Absolutely. We have an awful lot of work to do to get our students ready at that 6th grade level, which is, of course, why we're looking to open an elementary school in the next couple of years. The earlier you start, it's no secret to anybody in education, the greater your chance of success. Right now, we bring them in at 6th grade, and we spend whatever it takes to remediate them up to grade level. You're not going to have competent high school graduates if you can't fill those gaps early on.